Planet Earth, what's up? HN fucking Y, Planet Earth, that's what's up. Eyes are still low, that's what's up. Look at this. They're just gonna be low for a bit. Coming in from Edmonton, Alberta.
Oh, Canada.
Today's show is gonna be about strangers.
Stranger danger. No, not exactly.
Well, for children, they're pretty much taught that strangers, there's no such thing as good strangers and bad strangers. It doesn't really matter what they look like or if they, because kids will kind of think of strangers and they'll think of like some villain off of a cartoon or something like that where he's just all, you know, straight up like looking like a straight up monster or something like that. So like parents are pretty much being told that kids shouldn't look at like people where they're not going to look like cartoon supervillains. They're going to look like regular people. It doesn't matter if they're good looking, bad looking. If I don't know them, then don't talk to them.
If I don't know them, then don't talk to them.
But here we are. A lot of individuals happen to live in these things called cities. They're large masses of individuals where there are hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of individuals that this kid doesn't even know. So how do you raise a kid in that environment, one would ask? Well, basically, you restrict a child to only knowing people that you introduce them to, and therefore that person is no longer a stranger. Makes sense, makes sense. But at the same time, how do you teach children to interact with these strangers? I mean, parents can't always be around for their kids. We're in a situation where we have to work to support our kids. I mean, not everybody can just stay at home and make money, or we don't have the technology to just roam and have instant access, have an eye on our kid all the time or something like that. And even with that technology, it would be distracting us from work because we're trying to work and we're trying to watch our kids at the same time, you know? I mean, at first it would be pretty fucking distracting, if you ask me.
Why, yes, Mr. Johnson. I'll have that report on your desk by 1 o'clock. Hey, what are you guys doing? Put that down. Put that goddamn thing down. Sorry about that, Mr. Johnson.
I feel that I would want my child to be able to say hi to anybody, or at least, or like the nod, give them the nod. What's up? I don't have any kids right now, so this is all hypothetical, and remember that. A lot of parents will be like, you don't have a child, you don't know what it's like, man. Well, they're right in their own way. They're right in their own way. This is all hypothetical, so let's keep it going. Overall, we're taught that strangers should be avoided, red flags and all types of shit.
Stranger danger.
Maybe people in small towns and stuff, they don't really have to worry about this because they generally know everybody, and then if somebody new comes around, they're like, hey, stranger, how are you doing? Kind of thing. So it's like a small community versus a large community type of deal. We can just all find a way to spread the love and just be good people. Maybe just set an example. Just go out wherever you are on the road. Just say hi to strangers and kind of make it publicly known that it's okay to say hi to people and, you know, ask them how their day is going, and just make those public displays of affection. Some people do that right now. I mean, it could be just the randomest people, they looking of all shapes and sizes. I mean, the poorest of the poor to maybe even some of the richest of the rich. Heck, if I know. Just all of a sudden, I mean, that's happened to me, and I live in Edmonton. We have like a million people here in the surrounding, like in the city and then the surrounding area. There's a good million people type of thing. Just you know, just as you're like waiting for a light or something like that, just, hey, how's you doing? How you doing? Liking this weather, huh? That kind of thing. Just for somebody to do that in a city with like a million people, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool to see. I mean, it would be nice that if my city had like 22 million people or some shit, like Mexico City or some shit, then like, imagine that. Imagine if my odds would just be 22 times more likely for some guy to come up to me or some chick to come up to me and say, hey, how you doing today? How's the weather? How you liking this weather? Kind of thing. That'd be a pretty good thing. I think that would be a nice prospect for humankind. Now, a friend of mine has started a thing called Operation Angel. Just going to put on the old glasses here. Told her I was going to shout this out. It's called Operation Human Angels. It's a thing that she's doing on New Year's Day and wants a lot of people to do on New Year's Day as well. I'm doing it, a whole lot of other people doing it, a couple hundred or something like that right now. And the goal for this is just to show each other that we love each other, care for each other, we want the best for each other, and basically, what do you think an angel would want to say to humanity? Go and say that to a stranger. What would you want an angel to say to humanity? Anybody. What would you expect an angel to say to a stranger? That's pretty much what it is. She would want you to go and say that to somebody. Today. Every day. Anytime. That would be sweet.
And her and her friends are giving out free hugs. Can't go wrong with some free hugs.
I support that. I endorse that. If I ever leave my house, I'll even do that. People all over the world, join in. Join Love Train. Love Train. I think that's all I've got to say today. I hope this show is informative and slightly entertaining. Today's random ending is going to be...
I like boobies, I like boobies, I like boobies, hey, 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 hey. I like boobies, I like boobies, I like boobies, hey, 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 hey.
Sweating like a virus, warrior surrounded by peasants, so you should call me your highness. Full of arrogance, but it's getting embarrassing. How I'm moving the game. I'm sure my ass is embarrassing. Don't even bother. Just give me those with your sons, or the pins and fathers. I respect. I'm handing out apps for the next one. His career ruined on smack.